Hello everyone, welcome to the course Data Structures in Python. This is Thulasi Chitra, Associate Professor, Department of CSIT, MLR Institute of Technology. In today's session, we will be discussing about the few more operations on list. In this, we will be more in-depth discussing about list slicing. In the previous session, we have discussed about a few more operations on list. Those are nothing but appending an item into the list, removing an item from the list, inserting an item into the list, and deleting an item from the list. These are the operations where we have seen. And in this session, we will be discussing about list slicing. What is meant by list slicing? How we can able to slice if we have given a list for it. Okay. Let us see what is list slicing is. List slicing in Python, that is one of the versatile technique for extracting a portion of list. Suppose if we have given a list of items, in this a portion of items if you want to extract, if you want to get it or if you want to retrieve from that, then we are going to use this slicing method, right? Or we can name it as a portion of list or a sub list. Or if you want to do any manipulations on the original list, that can also possible. By using this slice operator, we can able to extract that particular portion of the list, and we can able to display that particular content also after manipulating the original list. Okay, and not only that, it returns a new list with the selected items. Whatever the portion you want to display, that will be stored in a new list, and that can able to display without changing your original list, leaving the original list unchanged. The meaning of it is, we are not disturbing anything with the original list, just we are making the portion of list will be selected and that will be stored in a new list and that will be displayed, unless you use slice assignment. By using slice assignment, we can able to do all these things. And what is the syntax for representing this slicing? Let us see. This is the syntax where we can use for slicing. That is list, the name we have to specify, followed by 3 parameters we can pass. One is representing the start, colon, this is the slice operator where we are going to use, followed by stop, then again we can use one slice operator, then we are going to use step. These are the 3 parameters where we are going to pass in the list, and this complete one we are going to store it in one variable called sequence. You can give any name, my list, or any variable name like a, anything we can specify here. Okay, let us see what is this start, stop and step is going to represent in the list. These are the 3 parameters as we have discussed in the list. We are going to pass start, stop and step. The first one is stop. The start is optional. If you don't want to specify what is the start value in your list, that is also possible. Index to begin the slice, where if you want to represent the starting of your list, then you can able to represent from which index you have to start. That can be represented. That will be of inclusive. Suppose I have given my start value as 1. That means in the list, suppose I have the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In this, the index is, this index starts from 0. The list index starts from 0 always. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Consider these are the indexes for your list. Now, if I have given the start value as 1 means, it will be taking the index of 1 and based on that you can able to access this particular element. Okay. Index to the beginning of the slice can be specified, that is inclusive. Inclusive means that will be included. If you are not specifying anything, right, if I am not giving any index, then in that particular case defaults to 0. If you are not giving any index, then automatically it will be considered as 0. That means it will be considering 0 as the index and that value will be considering for printing, right? That is start parameter represents. Then what about the stop? Stop or end, both are the same. Here, stop is nothing but where we are going to stop or where we are going to end your list to be displayed, right? In this case, this is also an optional one, where here index to the end of the slice. Here, what is the index of the end where we are going to represent? That is called exclusive. This is inclusive and this is exclusive. Exclusive means before one value itself, it is going to stop. Suppose I have specified my end value as 4, means it will be considering up to n minus 1, right? I have given my end slice value as 4, means it will be taking up to n minus 1. That means 4 is excluded and it will be considering up to 3. That means if I am going to give 4, means as per my index, it will be considering up to 3 only. Okay. And by default, if you are not specifying any of your end value, then it will be considering up to the end of the list. How many values you have at the end of the list? All the values will be considered. And the last one where we are going to have is step. Step is also optional. If you are not specifying any step, step means whether you are going to skip 1 element or 2 element or 3 element, like that way we can specify here 1, 2, 3, whatever the value you want to skip, right? Here, this is also an optional one. Step size, specifying the interval between the elements. Between the elements, what are the intervals you want to represent, that can be represented in the step. The default value here is 1. And if you are not representing anything, by default, it will be taking it as 1 interval. It will be keep on moving for step. Okay. This is the basic syntax and this is the main operation where we are going to apply in list slicing. Let us go for the next examples, how we are going to see the slicing representation in a diagrammatic way. Slicing not only perform in the forward direction, we can able to perform in the backward direction also. Let us see here. This is a list that was given. The elements are from 1 to 10. And if I am going to represent a list in an memory representation with its indexes, so that we can able to understand what is the index it will start from and where it is going to end. If it is from the backward, how we are going to represent their indexes. Now, let us see. This is a forward representation of the list and these are the indexes where we are representing. These are all the elements of your list, that is 1 to 10 are the elements that was present in your list. And the index of list starts from 0 to n minus 1, that is 0 to 9. This is your forward direction. As we know, this is a representation in the memory. And how we are going to represent the same in terms of the backward direction. In the backward direction, we always starts from minus 1. The index starts from minus 1 to the n value, right? Minus 1 to n plus 1 value we can consider, right? So that we can able to display the elements from back to, that is the last element to the first element we can able to display. This is a representation of list. Either we can represent it from the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Let us go for some examples how we can use this slicing based on start, stop as well as step. First one, list, get all the items from the list. If I want to display all the items in the list, in what are the ways we can use this slicing for printing all the elements in the list? To retrieve all the elements from the list, if we want to retrieve all the elements from the list, we can use slicing without specifying any parameters. That is nothing but, you know that you are going to have the start, then stop, and then we are going to have step. These are the 3 parameters that we are going to pass in the list, right? Now, if I am not specifying any parameters, then it can able to display all the elements in the list. Let us consider one example. This is my list from 1 to 9. These are all the elements which I am going to have. Now get all the elements in the list. Either we can use any of these two methods for printing all the elements in the list. Either you can use a single slice or double slice. Anything we can use, then you can able to print all the elements in the list. If I am going to use this one, only single slice also, it can able to print all the elements from 1 to 9. If I am going to use two slices, that means it is representing that its starting value is 0, its starting index from 0, and we are not specifying the end. That means it will be considering all the elements in the list, and we are not specifying any step also. By default it will be taking as 1, and so that it can able to display all the elements in the list. Okay. Now what is the output for this? It is going to display is, for both the cases it is going to display an output of 1 to 9 elements. All the elements will be printed. Now the same thing here, using colon or double colon without specifying any start, end or step, returns all the elements of the list as we have discussed. Next, coming to the next example, get all items before or after a specific position. Before or after, based on the specific position, if I want to display in that particular case, how we are going to use this slice operator. Right? Let us see, to get all items from a specific position to the end of the list. From starting position, we are going to specify from which position it has to select, and to the end of the list if I want to display. Then we can specify the starting index and leave the end blank. Leave the end will be a blank one. That means how we can display, if I want to represent it from index 2 to last. Last means I am not specifying any end of the end of your slice, then end of your list, so that you can able to display the index starts from 2 onwards, and it will be considering up to the end of the list. That is one example. And also to get all the items before a specific index. Before a specific index, if I want to get, that can also be possible. We can specify the end index while leaving the start blank. Starting should be blank and the end we can specify. By using these two, we can able to display the before or after a specific position. Let us see the example how we can do this. This is the list that was given. First we will see the first one. Get all the elements from the index from 2, and we are leaving the end of the list. How we can represent? Here the starting value I am going to give it as 2 colon, that is a slice operator, and end I am not specifying anything. That means it will be starting the index from 2 onwards. This is 0, 1, 2. That means from 3 onwards it will start, and leftover list will be printed. Right? That one I am going to store it in B and I am printing it. In B, I am going to get the values from 3 to 9. All the values will be printed. Next, getting elements from starting from index 0 to index 3. That means I want to specify the end of the list, but I am not specifying the starting one. So that how we can specify that? A colon 3. That means the start value I am not specifying, but the end value I am giving. But the end value is excluding of the third index. Right? Excluding of third index means it will be considering up to n minus 1. That means up to 2 it will be considering. From 0 to 2 it will consider, and that will print the values. Now let us see what is the output for it. Right? Now you can able to see for this the output will be 3, 4, 5, 6. As I told you, the index starts from 2 onwards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the end, up to the end of the list it is going to display. But in the next case, what happens? It starts from 0 index onwards. From here it is going to start to excluding the third index. That is, this is the third index where we are going to have the remaining values will be printed. That is 1, 2, 3 will be printed for this particular output. And the next one, we are going to see about getting all items between 2 positions. Right? Let us see, to extract elements between 2 specific positions. If I want to specify from this position to this position, if I want to extract all the elements, in that particular case, we need to specify both the start and end indices. Starting indices we have to give, at the same time ending indices also we have to give. Let us see with an example how we can give that, right? This is my list. I'm going to specify the starting index is 1 and ending index is 4. If I'm giving the starting index as 1, it will be of inclusive. That means 0, 1. This will be included. From 1 onwards, it is going to take. And excluding index 4. That means it is excluding. That is 2, 3, 4. This will be excluded. That means up to 3 only it will be considered. Now, what is the output that is it is going to print? If I am going to give a of 1 colon 4 is, it will be printing the values from 1, that is 2, 3, 4 will be printed and the remaining will be excluded, right? It will be printing 2, 3 and 4 will be printed. This is how where we are going to get all the items between two positions. Next, getting items at a specified intervals. We are going to get the items of specified intervals. That means we are going to concentrate on the step. That means to extract elements at the specific intervals, use the step parameter. We need to concentrate on the step parameter here. Now, let us consider, okay, let me place this output also so that you could understand clearly. Now, let us consider the input is 1 to 9 elements we have taken and get every second element from the list. Now, I want to use the parameter step to get every second element in the list. Means, suppose starting from the beginning, suppose we are going to we are not specifying anything at the beginning. We are not specifying anything at the stop also. Just we are concentrating only on the step. Step means that is 2 I have been given, right? Now, based on that, if you could able to see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the indexes. Now, step 2 means every second element from the list. Get every second element from the list. This is the 1. Second element, you have to get it and you have to print it, right? Now, based on that, how it is going to be considered? It will be start the index from 0 onwards, right? 0 onwards it is going to consider. From here, it will be considering. 1 will be printed. The second element will be excluded, right? The second element will be excluded. That means this will not be printed, right? Next, again, it will be going for the next element where we are going to have is 3. This will be printed. Again, we are second element will be skipped. That means this will be skipped so that we are going to get the element of 5 will be printed. Next, we are going to have step 2. Because of that, this will not be printed. Next, it will be printing 7. Next, it will be skipping of 8 and it will be printing 9. Like this way, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These values will be printed, right? And if I am going to print it, these values will be printed. Every second element from the list will be printed. Now, if I want to get every third element from the list will be printed. From that too, we are specifying the starting, ending as well as the step. All these 3 we are going to represent. If I want to get every third element from the list, in this particular case, we are specifying the starting index as well as the ending index and the step also, right? Now, how this is going to be implemented for the list and what is the output we are going to get? The starting index here is what we have. Let us take the list here properly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. These are the elements of the list. And this is 0. This is the indexes for it. These are the indexes. Now, you can able to see the starting index we have specified it as 1. From here it is going to start, right? And from there we need to have the every third element from the list to be step, right? We are going to step 3. 3 steps we are going to move, right? 1, this is step 1, 2 and 3. From there we are going to skip. Now we are going to print the value of 5, right? 1, 2, 3 will be skipped. First element we have already printed, that will be considered as 1, 2 and 3. That means the next one we are going to print the element of 5. And from there again you are going to check. This is the first element, first one, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. So that you can able to print the element of 8. After 3 steps we are going to get the next element that will be printed. Okay. If you are going to check for the end of the element, end of the list is we are going to have 8, so that it is going to stop here. Like this way, the step will be represented in the slicing part. And the next one where we are going to have is, sorry, this is already repeated. And the next one where we are going to have is negative indexing. As we have seen in the previous example, how we are going to move backward also in the list, right? As we have seen in the list, negative indexing, how we are going to do, right? Negative indexing means in the list, if I want to move from backward to the starting, we are going to use the negative indexing. Now, what is the purpose of negative indexing in accessing the elements? Let us see. Negative indexing is useful for accessing the elements from the end of the list. As I told you, from the end, if I want to access the elements, then we are going to represent with a negative indexing, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5, like this way, right? The last element has an index of -1. As we know, starting index starts from 0 and the last indexing representing from -1. And the second last element will be -2 and so on. So like that way we can represent -1 to how many elements we have, up to that we are going to represent. Now, how to extract all these elements using negative indices, right? Same as we have seen in the list of list syntax, we have the start, stop as well as step. In the same way, we can use this for the negative indexing also. This example shows how to use negative numbers to access elements from the list, starting from the end. That is, as I told you, negative indexing make it easy to get items without needing to know the exact length of the list. Without knowing the length, what is the length of the list, we don't know, right? Negative indexing is unable to find what is the length of the list. Okay. Now, let us see the example how we are going to perform this negative indexing. Example with output we will verify. Let us see. This is a list where we have been given 1 to 9 elements, the same example we have taken. Get elements from the index -2 to the end of the list. If I am going to give -2 in the list, that is representing as the starting index, so that it is going to display the elements like, suppose you see here, the negative indexing is like this, -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, -6, -7, -8 and -10, right? Now, I am going to give the start value as -2, right? So that it will be printing up to -2, that is 8 and 9 will be printed. Okay. Next, getting elements starting from index 0 to index -3. If I want to give this, in this case, for index representing with a 0, no need to specify the starting position, right? I am not specifying the starting position here, but I am giving it up to -3. I am giving up to -3. What is the -3 value in this? The -3 value is up to here. -3 value is up to here. But when you are representing whether it is positive or negative value at the end, it will be excluded with the third last index, that is -3, which it is representing. That index, that last index value will be excluded and the remaining all elements will be printed. For that, what are the elements it is going to print? It will be starting from 0 onwards, means 1 will be, it will start printing from 1 onwards to, it will be printing up to 6 will be printed. This will be excluded. This -3 value will be excluded. That index will be excluded. That's why it is not going to print the 7 value. Okay. Clear with this? This is the output where we are going to get for it. Next, Get elements from index -4 to -1. -4 to -1. Now we need to check. This is your starting position and this is your ending position. Right? -4 to -1, what are the elements we have? All the elements will be printed. Right? And ending means again excluding the particular index. Starting is -4, this one, that is 6 to -1 means this will be excluded, -4, -3, -2, so that we are going to get the elements of 6, 7 and 8. And the last one, last example, getting every second element from the index -8 to -1. Now we are including step 2, every second element it has to get, so that we are going to get what is the second element in the list, or from again -8 to -1 means that is in the reverse order, that is backward indexing or negative indexing we are going to have. But we are going to move step 2, that means every second element from the list we are going to take. Every second element is what? 2, 4, 6 and 8. These are all the every second element in the list. That elements will be gathered and that will be printed. And reverse a list by using slicing. In this example, we will reverse all the entire list using the slicing trick. By using a negative step value, we can move through the list in the reverse order. Okay, if you want to print the elements in the reverse order, we can use this reverse a list using slice. How we can do that? Let us see. If I am going to have the list of elements like this, if I want to print all the elements in the reverse order, just specifying from -1 at the step, we are going to represent it as -1 so that it can able to print all the elements in the reverse order. Let us see. In this way, it is going to print all the elements. Let us see the statement which I have been given here. The negative step -1 indicates that the Python should transfer the list in the reverse order. If I am specifying the step as -1, that means it is completely transferring the list in the reverse order, so that starting from the end, it is going to reverse it. The slice operator A2 -1 starts from the end of the list and moves to the beginning, which result in reversing the list. As the same thing, if I am specifying step as -1, it will be starting from the last element in the list, and from there it is start taking the values and it is trying to print the elements in the reverse order. It is a quick and easy way to get list in the reverse order without changing the original list. This is an easy procedure where you can able to print your list in the reverse order. Let us see the summary what we have discussed in today's session. As we have seen the few more operations on list, under that we have discussed in detail about list slicing. In this list slicing, we have seen about what is the syntax of list slicing and in what are the different ways we can use start, stop as well as step for both forward indexing or forward indexing representation as well as backward indexing representation, and how to access the elements of the list also. I hope you understand. Thank you for the session.